Searching for ways to improve your career? This training module will take you through the steps you need to take to develop a clear career roadmap that will lead you to your dream job. Take a step backward, relax and listen to the program, pause and take note of important points. Use the worksheets and templates that comes with this module. Take action, develop a clear career roadmap for yourself that will lead you to that job that you so desire and achieve your dreams. See you inside the training.
You are warmly welcome to this training module on career roadmap development. To most of us, getting our dream jobs and advancing in our careers is always an uphill task. It doesn't have to be that way if you have the right tools and strategies. The single thing that will help you, that will serve as a bridge between your present situation and where you hope to be in your careers, is career planning. When you plan your career, you develop a roadmap that will make your journey to success in your career clear to you from the beginning. The career plan will be the roadmap to help you step out of unemployment to your dream job, or to a better career if you are underemployed, and to that prosperity you so desired. In the course of this module you will be referred to planning templates. This career planning template is a critical tool in helping you to access a structured framework for reflecting on your personal, professional and career development aspirations. It will then take you through identifying any gaps in your skills, knowledge and experiences, and ultimately developing a plan for achieving your career aspirations. Applying a structured process can be beneficial to you for a number of reasons, including 1. Recognize your personal strengths and areas for development. 2. To be proactive in making the most use of the development opportunities. 3. Improve your ability to work effectively in your current role and preparing for future positions you may aspire to. 4. Helping you to effectively pursue your career aspirations. So in this module we are going to show you the steps you need to take to develop your own roadmap that will match your peculiar situation, which will take you from unemployment, which will take you from your present undesirable situation to your dream job and advancement. So step out from your present situation, unemployment, underemployment, lack of progression in your career, to where you want to be. Step into your dream career by following the steps as outlined on your screen. First, you have to set a clear career goal. You can have more than one goal. It is very important for you to have a clear picture of where you are and where you want to be in your career. At the end of this stage you will come to realize your career assets. Secondly, you want to explore the world of work, to test out your various career options. This step is important, so that you do not step into a career field that you will later regret. Thirdly, as you explore the world of work, you will come to see the likely roadblocks to your career success. At this stage you want to develop strategies to help you overcome these obstacles in your chosen career success path. At the end of the exercise, you would have set a clear career goal for yourself. You would have also tested out your various career options, and you would have identified obstacles to your career progress, and you have developed plans to overcome them. The fourth step will be to execute your plans, and finally we'll see that you will now be well equipped for your dream jobs and advance easily your career. But before we go into each step in details, let us first understand some important concepts that will help you appreciate the program objective. What is a career? Simply put, a career is a sequence of jobs that constitute what a person does for a living. This understanding is very important so that you know precisely what is important. So a sequence of what you do for sustenance and progress in life is called a career. So when your dream jobs are not coming from the outside sources, with career plan you can look within yourself and create your own employment. What is important is giving out something of value to make a living for yourself, and who knows, you may become an employer of labor by so doing. The next concept I would want you to appreciate is career planning. Career planning is a process whereby you match your career goals and your capabilities, your experiences, your expertise, your skills with opportunities in the world of work for the fulfillment of your life goals. The beauty of career planning is that it will give you the needed encouragement to explore and gather information about yourself, and also your dream career and the world of work. You will come to understand what is obtainable in the labor market. The plan it will help you to synthesize your skill set, your experiences and training such that you will now have a clear picture of what you can offer the labor market. You will discover and understand your career assets. These are the values you bring to the labor market, and it is these values you will be paid for. It will make you set career goals and make decisions that will lead you to that goal. It will make you to understand what skill set you need to develop, what training you need to take, and eventually you will gain competence that will take you to your dream job. The result of taking this action will be that you will now develop a practical strategy or strategies that will make you maintain a sound work-life balance and therefore a lucrative career. Personal motivation may be the key to your career success. Personal motivation often overrules other traits. You may think you can excel in career with talent, skills and knowledge alone will never make you succeed, but it's your day-to-day work habits that are the key to maximizing these traits and increasing your chances of career success. Often, the magic bullet that separates a good career from a great one is personal motivation. People who perform at the top of their game each day share some specific attributes that keep them motivated. They have a plan. Your career plan will also keep you motivated, because you have a clear picture of where your career is going. So develop that plan, be positive, be motivated, and succeed. Let us now move to the first stage of career planning, developing a career goal. Let's do this. Let us consider the first step to our career success, getting a clear career goal. What are career goals? While most may think career goals are simply defined by the position or job they want to have, the actual goals are the steps you should take to reach that end result. This means setting both short-term and long-term milestones which will direct you down the necessary path and lead where you want to be. Once you determine your desired career, whether it's as a CEO, manager, or business owner, it will be much easier for you to recognize the stepping stones to end up in that role. How do you achieve this? For you to set goals that will suit you, you must know yourself. What will help you to know yourself as it concerns the values you can bring to the labor market? First, you have to take inventory of yourself to get a clear picture of what you can offer the labor market, something of value you can offer an employer. To do this, you have to sit down with a pen and paper and write down all the things you know. That is making a list of your knowledge, your skills, both the ones you have naturally and the ones you learn. You have to also outline your trainings, education, and of course your interest. Outline also your ambitions and your values. This is important because you would need a career that will not go against your values in life if you must succeed. After this, you then need to determine and outline your job preferences, the duties you would likely love to perform, the salaries you will be comfortable with. Also list out the geographical location you would like to work so that you can concentrate your search in those areas. Also to be outlined by you are the job or working conditions you will be comfortable with. After you have done these, the next thing would be to write down your strength and weaknesses. Your strength are those things you have that will help improve your chances, while your weaknesses are those that will work against your chances. At the end of this exercise, you will have an inventory of yourself, telling you in clear terms the skills and knowledge you can offer the labor market. You will understand clearly who you are and what you can offer the labor market. To assist you in doing this, you can consult the career planning templates that comes with this module. Goal-setting worksheet for career planning goals will help keep you focused on where you want to be and how you plan on getting there. Understanding the length of time you have to achieve your goals will help you maintain momentum and a positive outlook. You have to learn to celebrate successes along the way to achieving your goals. This will also help you stay motivated and focused. You must regularly reflect upon your goals, adjust them to accommodate changes in your thinking and circumstances, and focus on carrying out the tasks that will bring you closer and closer to the goals you have set for yourself. Every goal you set, whether short-term, mid-term or long-term, needs to be SMART. S means your goal must be specific and detailed and focused. M, your goal must be measurable, which means they are quantifiable and produce specific results. A, your goal must be attainable, achievable and action-oriented. R, means your goal must be realistic, practical yet challenging. T, your goal must be timely, clear deadlines, timeframes and/or completion dates. There is much to consider when exploring careers and occupations. It is not just about the pay and how much fun the job is. There are many other factors factors of importance. You might be surprised to hear how often individuals who love their chosen field early in their career end up disliking their jobs because they did not realize that there is a personality mismatch. You can consult the personality assessment template that came with this module. Being as informed as possible about all the facets of different careers and professions is key. There are many factors to consider. Here are just a few. Career risk. Knowing what type of career strategy will help you achieve your goal and understanding the level of risk associated with each option. Personal suitability for the work career. Are you capable of doing this job? Why? What skills or competencies would you have to develop or acquire to have a good chance of getting into this job or career? The work. What types of tasks are performed in the position? What products or services are provided? Do they sound interesting to you? Working conditions and environment. What is the location of work? Safety requirements, uniform and dress, indoor or outdoor work, trade unionism, and level of interaction with others versus working independently. The effect of technology. How does technology improve working conditions, productivity, or eliminate certain work or positions? Wages and salaries. Learn the range of wages or salaries and any special conditions for overtime work. Opportunities for advancement. What is the upward career path and timeline for this job? Required skills for specific tasks within the work career. These might include computer programming or working with your hands. Transferable competencies you possess that apply to the work. Leadership, communication, problem solving, education or training qualifications required for the work career. College degree, vocational training, computer-based training. Advantages and disadvantages of the work career. Pay, hours, level of independence. The end goal is to evaluate many different career choices and make a final selection on a specific career to pursue. A clear goal will result. Congratulations, you have come to know yourself as it concerns the labor market. The next and second step will be to explore the world of work. So why do you need to explore the world of work? In order to identify a potential career, you need to gather all the occupational information about that career. This will help you to make informed choices that will lead you to your ultimate goal. Where you have to look to first is the labor market. What are the skills that are currently selling in the labor market? Which of these skills do you have? Which of these skills can you possibly develop in the shortest possible time? Considering your background and experiences, write all of these down. Then try to investigate which industry or industries are presently in need of the skills set you have. Which of them will help you achieve your career goals quicker? Is it the manufacturing industry? Is it the tech industry? Is it the banking industry? Is it the power industry? Etc. Once you have been able to determine the industry, next will be for you to identify the particular organization or companies in this industry that will help you achieve your career goals, and finally you will come out with one or two career choices that you will in no doubt succeed in. So the outcome of this stage is a career choice, and in what industry and company or companies in particular. The investigation process. You will gather information about 1. The occupation, industry trends, business processes, and economic influencers. 2. The job responsibilities and match them against your skills and abilities. 3. The job requirements in the context of the business environment. From this process, you will gain in-depth knowledge about the variety of opportunities available to you. You will be more confident about how you can leverage your skills and interests in various settings, and finally improve your knowledge about the specific job requirements in each occupation and how you measure up against those requirements. It will also give you insight to help you determine the pros and cons of choosing various paths. The basics of good career research involve knowing where to look and what to look for, understanding the quality of the source material, ensuring that you get the right information. Sifting through and collecting research information can be quite lengthy and tedious. For some people, using the internet and reading books are the most effective methods of research. For others, a more creative approach is required. It is important for you to judge which information gathering methods are best for you. The golden rule for a successful outcome is to know what you are looking for and the question you are trying to answer. There is lots of information out there that will be interesting. Unless the information is important in answering your question, it should be avoided, as it will sidetrack you and slow you down. The more conventional types of information that you will want to obtain includes occupational skills, companies in the market, salary range, educational requirements, credentials, and work environment factors. The less conventional types of information that you will need to assess include whether you like the industry, culture, driving distance to work, and other aspects that impact your quality of life. Your research evaluation should include those bits of information that are meaningful to you. You can consult the career choice worksheet that came with this module to help you gather pertinent information on each career option. You can also create your own research tracking sheet. Now that you have completed the research worksheets, you may have narrowed your list to 2 or 3 close options. To help refine the list even more, we recommend that you now match your career choices to your values. Conducting field research will teach you how to gather information about norms, political landscape, pros and cons, and the daily life of someone in that career, determine true job responsibilities and see how they differ across different job descriptions, people, and industries. Analyze your career assets in the context of the people doing the work. From this process, you will gain in-depth personal knowledge about the variety of opportunities available to you, more confidence about how you can leverage your skills in various settings, knowledge about the specific job requirements in each occupation, and how you measure up against those requirements. Insight to help you determine the pros and cons of choosing various paths. Primary research involves obtaining first-hand information directly about the careers you are pursuing. It is designed to answer specific questions of interest to you. Here are some of the questions that you could ask and answer during this process. What will be expected of me in this career? What are the key skills needed for this career? How do people in this career feel about their career choice? What type of challenges would I encounter if I enter this field? How did the person you are meeting with enter this career? The main methods you will adopt to gather all these information are informational interviews and job shadowing. We shall discuss these in subsequent sections. So finally, we now understand what is required in the labor market. All we need to do now is to match it with our skills. This is very important. So from the 2 stages we have covered so far, you will have come to understand yourself as it concerns the world of work. As you can see on the screen, you will have a clear understanding of your interest, your skills, your aptitudes, your values, your personality, your strength and abilities. Then from the 2nd stage you will be able to identify the duties to be performed in your choice career, the qualifications that are required, the expectations from you by your prospective employer, the working conditions, are they suitable for you, and also you will have a clear career path and you will know the growth possibilities in that career path and whether your goals can be achieved on this career path. You will also come to find out all that will be required of you to succeed in that career. At the end you will identify your career fit as you can see in the diagram on your screen, the intersection of your skills and what is required of you on the job. These are the areas you need to build and concentrate on. Why match skills? Matching your qualifications to the requirements of a job is a very important step. Linking examples that demonstrate your experience, skills, and knowledge to the employer requirements helps you do the following. 1. Decide if the job will showcase all your talents in a meaningful way. 2. Visually see how you fit into the role. 3. Tailor your cover letter and resume to the position. Knowing the answers to the first 2 points is essential before applying for a job. If the position is not a fit for you, save yourself some time by finding another match-worthy position. The 3rd point is most important when moving forward with your job application. By matching your skills to the job requirements, you will have a better understanding of why you are a good fit for the job and can customize a killer resume to land an interview. Also, you will have an easier time communicating your fit with prospective employers in a job interview. Make Your Match worksheet or template. Use the Make Your Match template that came with this module to help you complete the following 3 steps when filling your matching skills template. This section is the fun part and requires you to boggle some brain cells. Under the column Employers Required Skills and Experiences, enter the job's key points you listed from Step 1, Job Posting. Put each key point on a separate line. Under the column Your Skills and Experiences, start listing how your unique talents, skills, and qualifications match those required by the employer. This may take 2 minutes or 2 hours, so don't be discouraged if you need to go for a little walk and consider things. Don't be afraid to revisit your skills inventory worksheet. Finding and admitting what you're good at can be an iterative process, so be strong and revisit this exercise if you're stumped. Helpful hint: when entering your skills and experiences, it's very helpful to start each statement with a verb. Verbs denote actions and bring strength and meaning to the skills and qualifications you wish to match. Here are some examples. 1. Wrote user manuals and training guides to meet customer needs. 2. Created and produced interactive software training videos. 3. Managed a team of 5 members. 4. Liaised with media and placed several articles in the news. 5. Planned and launched several communications projects. 6. Developed, tested, and programmed a suite of tools in Python. 7. Edited user documentation to meet corporate-style guide requirements. Now what? Now you either love how your unique self matches with the job requirements, or you see there's probably a better job out there just waiting to be found. Doing this exercise could save you many hours of resume building and cover letter writing in the future. You may also spare yourself from taking a job which fails to play to your strengths and skills. You are making progress. Your dream job is just a few corners away. Let us move to the next stage. Now you have come to know how our skills, knowledge and education fits the labor market, but no doubt we will identify one or two roadblocks, that is, factors that will prevent you from meeting what is required of you in your choice career. So this third stage will be to develop plans to resolve these conflicts. Once you identify these obstacles, which could be lack of a particular skill set or training, the next thing you need to do is to create a workable solution or course of action to resolve it. So you need to set an achievable goal, then take action. Let's assume that one of the roadblocks you identify is the lack of a particular skill set. What you need to do is to identify the appropriate training or education you need to bridge the gap and go for the training. You have to also consider the costs of training. That could also be an obstacle. If you are already working or you have a family, you may need to consider the impact your decision will have on your present job and your family. Overcome career roadblocks. At different points in our lives, we often face situations or circumstances that make it difficult to move forward in our career development. So we will discuss some possible career roadblocks and tips for how to overcome them. According to recently successful job seekers, roadblock number 1. Lack of practical experience or out-of-date skills. Tip: build your subject knowledge and hands-on experience. Take continuing education classes, e-seminars. You can access to LinkedInLearning.com, a site that hosts hundreds of online tutorials and learning paths. Attend conferences, professional association events on relevant topics. If you're not sure what professional organizations are available, ask friends and colleagues. Volunteer your services, i.e., practice, for friends, non-profits, professional associations, your target company, etc. Put this in your resume. Increase your subject knowledge on the cheap by browsing through books in your field of interest at bookstores, libraries. Overcoming roadblocks in your career leads to growth. Overcoming roadblocks in your career leads to growth. Whatever obstacle you're facing in your job, it's part of the path to growth and success. There are valuable lessons to be learned, and overcoming the obstacle can take your skills to the next level. By the end of it, you'll certainly be a better version of yourself. Here are some tips that can help you break down any barrier in your career. Determine your career plan. First, write down your long-term goal. Then, do a career gap analysis by following these 4 steps below. Step 1. Divide a blank sheet of paper into 3 columns. At the top of the left column, write current skills and experiences. At the top of the middle column, write the gap. Finally, at the top of the column on the right, write future needs. Step 2. In the right column, future needs, list the skills, education, abilities, and experiences you will need to be successful in the future you envisioned when determining your long-term goals. For example, if your future goal is to start your own business, you will need the following: knowledge of how to write a business plan, basic accounting or financial analysis skills, the ability to manage a group of people, experience in writing new business proposals, and marketing skills. Step 3. In the first column, current skills and experiences, list all of the skills, education, abilities, and experiences you currently have to offer. When making your list, be comprehensive. Include what you have learned through volunteer experiences, hobbies, and seminars. Step 4. In the middle column, the gap, list the education, skills, or experiences you need to close the gap between where you are now and where you plan to be in the future. Now that you have identified your long-term goals and the elements in the gap, instead of focusing on the title or hierarchy of your next job, focus on the skills and experiences you will gain to close the gap. For example, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you may look for a job that will strengthen your planning skills. You may consider an opportunity to work more closely with the marketing or sales department, or you may look for a specific type of leadership experience in your next job. Don't overlook opportunities within your current organization. If your goal is to strengthen your skills, instead of to climb that mythical ladder, you may find a lot more options internally than in an outside organization. As a known quantity, your current organization is more likely to risk letting you experiment with a new field of expertise, so a lateral move within your organization could give you the opportunity to gain new skills and experiences. To close the gap, you can also look for experiences outside of your job. Build your entrepreneurial skills by take a workshop on business plans at your local small business development center, volunteer to manage the financials for a small nonprofit organization, or take some business classes at your local college or university. By using a career gap analysis, you can create your own unique, flexible career plan and banish the career ladder to the pages of history, where it belongs. Mind the gaps. In summary, career gap analysis is a useful tool in career management. By assessing your skills and qualifications in comparison to requirements, you'll be better prepared to mind the gaps and move in the right direction to achieve your goals. The fourth and the final step is to test the world of work. This means that you need to test your options with realities. The question now is, how do you test the world of work? As you can see on your screen, there are many ways of achieving this. Informational interview is the first bullet point. In informational interview, you identify individuals already in your career of choice and then you ask them some key questions about your choice career. Questions like, what training is needed to succeed in this career? What is a typical day like in this career? What are the growth path, salaries and compensation? What do I need to do to succeed, and so forth? With informational interview, you get first-hand information from those already in the career of your choice. If they agree to take your interview, feel free to ask them any question about the career. Informational interviews. Informational interviewing should be an integral part of your career research. One of the best sources for gathering information about what is happening in an occupation or an industry is to talk to people working in the field. This process is called informational interviewing or research interviewing. An informational interview is an interview that you initiate. You ask the questions. The purpose is to obtain information, not to get a job. This is an important fact to keep in mind. Many people misuse informational interviewing to land a job rather than to learn about various careers and industries. This can cause pain for everyone involved in the process. It could hurt your chances of obtaining future informational interviews, especially if a friend did you a favor and made an introduction. If you engage in this process as a means of discovery, view it as a good fortune that people are making time in their busy schedule to meet with you. Reasons to conduct informational interviews. Number 1. To understand job demands, frustrations, satisfactions, and how a certain career has influenced people's lives. 2. To gain solid information that will help you evaluate how your skills and interests dovetail with a particular career or business. 3. To gain insight into the hidden job market, employment opportunities that are not advertised. 4. To learn what the industry or employer values in its employees. 5. To gain confidence when interviewing for a particular position. You are in control of the interview. You decide which questions to ask. Later, you will evaluate the acquired information for personal use. 6. To increase your network by leaving a positive impression with someone who could provide encouragement, support, and future access to job leads. 7. To find out whether jobs are available in the field or business you want to enter. 8. To find suggestions about the career or the employer. Let us consider 6 steps to conducting an effective informational interview. Step 1. Identify the occupation or industry to learn about. Assess your own interests, abilities, values, skills, and evaluate labor conditions and trends to identify the best fields or careers to research. Step 2. Identify people to interview. Start with lists of people you already know, including friends, relatives, fellow students, present or former coworkers, supervisors, and neighbors, professional organizations, the yellow pages, organizational directories, and public speakers or are also good resources. You may also call an organization and ask for the name of a person by job title. The following questions may help you schedule your informational interview. Please feel free to modify the questions to better meet your communication style. It is important to keep asking people questions until you find a warm lead. Let's assume that you are interested in XYZ company as a supervisor. You may ask the following. First question, do you know anyone who works for XYZ company? Second question, do you know anyone in a supervisor position at XYZ company? Third question, do you think anyone you know will know someone at XYZ company? Fourth question, do you know anyone who helps hire into XYZ company? Fifth question, are you willing to help me connect with XYZ company or with your friend who can connect me to someone at XYZ company? It is always good that you meet with a minimum of 3 people per occupational choice. It is important to meet with people at different companies to get the broadest exposure to your career choices and to minimize bias. I recommend that you structure each informational interview based on 3 perspectives. 1. New to career. Interview someone who just entered your field of interest. This will give you a fresh perspective of the career. 2. Experienced in career. Likes it. Interview someone who likes their job and has lots of experience in the chosen career. This will help you gain a balanced perspective, both positive and negative, about what you can really expect on the job and avenues for advancement. 3. Departing career. Dislikes it. Interview someone who dislikes their job and had decided to leave it for various reasons. This will give you food for thought about the things that might annoy you in the job after you have been in it for a while. Informational interview is a real eye-opener. Let us now consider the next step. Step 3. Step 3. Arrange the interview. Contact the person to set up an interview. Be sure to introduce yourself and explain why you are calling. Clearly state your goal and explain the process that you will be using during your investigation. Mention that you have a list of questions and would like to meet with them for less than 30 minutes. If they do not want to meet with you, ask for a referral. In preparing your communication, be sure to do the following. 1. Write a brief introduction about yourself. 2. Explain why you are writing to this individual. 3. Explain your interests in the person's field, organization, or location. 4. Highlight why you would like to converse. Be straightforward. 5. Indicate when you will contact this person again. Be specific. You can contact the referral using a variety of ways by email, by telephone, by a letter followed by a telephone call, by having someone who knows the person make the appointment for you. Step 4. Prepare for the interview. Read all you can about the field and the specific company prior to the interview. Decide what information you would like to obtain about the occupation or industry. Prepare a list of questions that you would like to have answered. Types of informational interview questions. You will need to customize a list of your own questions for your informational interview. I recommend that you pick 10 to 12 questions from the following list. What do you do as a supervisor? How do you spend a typical day per week? What kinds of problems do you deal with? What kinds of decisions do you make? What are your major responsibilities? What do you find least satisfying about your job? What part of this job do you find most or least challenging? What training or education is required for this type of work? Tell me about this career field. What are the positive or negative aspects of working in this field? What are typical jobs for someone with my experience? Is there a definite career path in this field? Can you describe it? How did you enter the field and what has your career path been? What personal qualities or abilities are important to being successful in this job? How do you see jobs in this field changing in the future? Is there a demand for people in this occupation? What is it like to work in this organization? How does your job fit into the organization or department? What are the toughest challenges you face in the organization? What is the corporate culture here? Is it very informal or formal? Do people work autonomously or under close supervision? Does everyone come early, stay late, or does it vary? Can you give me advice on how to break into this field? Could someone with my background obtain a position in this field? What skills, education, and experience are required? What are the professional journals in this field which I should read? How can I find them? Which professional associations do you participate? Can non-members attend meetings? Would you take a quick look at my resume and give me feedback if I wanted to apply for a job? Whom should I contact in this organization? What do you think of the experience I have had so far in terms of entering this field? What do you think of my resume? Do you see any problem areas? How would you suggest I change it? Step 5. Conduct the interview. Dress appropriately. Arrive on time. Be polite and be professional. Refer to your list of prepared questions. Stay on track, but allow for spontaneous discussion. Ensure that you have a solid opening statement to describe yourself, your background, and your reason for conducting your career investigation. Before leaving, ask your contacts to suggest names of others who might be helpful to you and ask permission to use your contact's name when contacting these new contacts. Do not ask this person for a job. I repeat, do not ask this person for a job. If they have opportunities that they believe are suitable for you, they may mention them to you. Before leaving, thank this person for his or her time. However, if they do invite you in for an interview, then go for it. Step 6. Follow up immediately following the interview. Record the information gathered. Be sure to send a note of thanks, preferably handwritten, to your contact within 1 week of the interview. To document your informational interview, use the informational interview log that came with this module or a use notebook to keep track of pertinent information. Let us now discuss job shadowing. Job shadowing. Job shadowing is a highly engaging career exploration tool for job seekers. It is a work-based learning experience in which you follow a host during a typical day or period of time, observing and asking questions about a particular career. A job shadowing assignment can range from a half day, to a full day, to a week or a month, depending on your needs and the host's availability. By experiencing a career firsthand, you will learn a great deal more about that career than you can through informational interviews. Many of the same rules apply to job shadowing as apply to informational interviewing. Preparing for the experience, scheduling it, getting the most out of it, and following up on it. At the end of the assignment, you should have gathered enough information about that job to make an informed career decision. During your job shadowing experience, you will follow the professional you are shadowing through his or her work day. You will observe the rigors of the job, the company culture, and ask lots of questions. This is a time-consuming project, so if you are employed, you may need to schedule personal time off. 6 steps to conducting an effective job shadowing experience. Step 1. Identify the occupation or industry to learn about. Since job shadowing can be a time-consuming project, you will want to pick the 1 or 2 professions that most interest you. Step 2. Identify people to job shadow. You will want to job shadow someone who is filling the position of interest. You should not shadow someone in a position that is below, above, or somewhat like the position you will be doing. Start with lists of people you already know, including friends, relatives, fellow students, present or former coworkers, supervisors, alumni, and neighbors. You may also call an organization and ask for the name of a person by their job title. Step 3. Arrange the job shadowing experience. Contact the host to set up your job shadowing experience. Be sure to introduce yourself and explain why you are calling. Contact this person several weeks in advance of the date when you would like to do the shadowing. You will need to determine if you will be on site for a day, 3 days, or an entire week. The timing will be dependent on your availability as well as the availability of your host. If they do not want to meet with you, ask for a referral, by email, telephone, a letter followed by a telephone call, or having someone who knows the person make the appointment for you. In preparing your communication, be sure to offer a brief introduction about yourself. Explain why you are contacting this individual. Explain your interests in the person's field, organization, or location. Highlight why you would like to converse. Be straightforward. Indicate when you will contact this person again. Step 4. Engage in the job shadow experience. Research the company where you plan to shadow carefully. While your best research will come from the actual shadowing, find out enough about the company so that you won't seem ignorant to the person you are shadowing. Be helpful on the job by providing help and assistance when appropriate. If you are asked to attend business meetings, it is very important to refrain from speaking and participating in the discussion. You are not an employee, you are an observer. If you need your cell phone, make sure that the ringer is on vibrate mode. It is rude to have telephone calls interrupt while on site during this valuable experience. If you need to take 1 or 2 emergency phone calls, then excuse yourself from the work area to talk. Please limit the discussion to 3 to 5 minutes at the most, dress appropriately, arrive on time, be polite, and be professional, refer to your list of prepared questions, stay on track, but allow for spontaneous discussion and interaction. Remember to take notes during your experience, so that you can reference them later. Step 5. Follow up. Immediately following the job shadowing experience, record your thoughts and questions. Be sure to send a thank you note to your contact within 1 week of the experience. Hooray! You are now equipped with the information you need to succeed in that career of your choice. You now have a clear career goal and you know precisely what to do to move your career forward. Here is one beauty of all exercises outlined so far. You will be equipped with the knowledge of what you can offer the labor market and which employer will need it and at what cost. Here is the big bang. If the job is not coming, you can freelance and even start up your own business to service those employers you have identified in your chosen industry with your skills. Since you know already what they need, you will better market your skills to them, and who knows, you may at the end become an employer of labor. Don't limit yourself, open your horizon by developing a roadmap for your career. Job searching isn't just about applying for jobs and hoping to get called for an interview anymore. Few people are able to simply put in an application, get an interview, and land a job in today's competitive, network-driven job market. The most successful job seekers utilize a variety of strategies, from establishing a social presence to targeting companies, to help them stand out from the crowd. Try these job search strategies to expedite your search, find connections who can lend a hand, get your resume noticed, and ace your interviews so you get job offers. First strategy: get noticed by your dream company. The job market is crowded, and one of the most important job search strategies you can use is to make sure that you stand out from the crowd and show the hiring manager that you are a candidate who definitely should be selected for an interview. Planning your career will definitely help you on this. Strategy number 2. Search for the right job. Use the job search engines to find jobs by using keywords that match your interests and the location where you want to work. Narrowing your search criteria will save time, help you focus your job search, and give you highly relevant job listings to review, and fewer non-relevant listings to weed through. Strategy number 3. Customize your resume and cover letter. It's important to take the time to write targeted resumes and cover letters that specifically link your qualifications to the hiring criteria for the jobs you are applying for. The hiring manager will be able to see, at a glance, why and how you are qualified for the job. You'll have a much better chance of getting an interview with a targeted resume than if you send a generic letter and resume. Strategy number 4. Make use of your network. Networking is still the way most people find jobs, and the job search strategies you use need to include networking. Connect with everyone you know, because you never know which contact may be able to help you with your job search or put you in touch with someone who can. Join LinkedIn groups so you'll have access to job listings posted for group members and more people to network with. Set up information interviews with professionals at your target companies to get more information about an industry, job, or company. Strategy number 5. Make sure companies can find you. When you're conducting a job search, you need to make it easy for employers to find you online. Employers, who can be inundated with resumes when they post jobs, often seek passive candidates, qualified candidates who aren't necessarily looking for work, but who may be interested if the right job comes along. Here's how to ensure companies can find you. Strategy number 6. Prepare very well for interviews. A job interview, of course, is what is going to get you a job offer, or not. Take the time to prepare. Research the company before you go for the interview. Dress appropriately. Practice answering and asking interview questions, and make a concerted effort to impress the interviewer with your skills, experience, confidence, and expertise. Congratulations, you are now on your way to success in that career that you so desired.
Congratulations. Now the key is in your hand. Go ahead, take action. Open the doors to your career success. See you on the other side of the divide.